Check it live. It gets posted. I'll check if
it's on.
Yeah.
Hold on, brother. I'm talking. Tony Ferguson.
Are we live?
Yeah, he told somebody to turn that fan on. They feel the mission.
Plug this in and turn it on. With the fan on? No, it ain't. You gotta plug it up. Plug it up.
That's what I said. They fit the mission failed.
Shalom. See, there was a job. Anybody could have done.
Double check GMS CHICAGO.
Kind of.
Plug it up over here.
Did you hit it?
Somebody move my bed away. Somebody.
It's a big ass power cord right behind you.
We got it.
Move my bed. True.
Are we good?
It says live. Now let me check the channel for our
The what?
open forum.
Yeah. Bring it in.
I did get the notification that it
No, you
was
got to
live.
turn it on.
Yeah, don't turn it. Yeah, don't turn it on me.
Okay, come.
Now pull it towards the middle.
We got sound on this thing.
Oh shit!
It's a little shoulder.
Damn, I'm still steaming over that asshole.
Is this a new phone or why is it not even the connection? It says it's going live, but then it doesn't.
Shalom.
You know what I mean?
I have to switch phones.
Okay.
Right here?
Because I don't see a signal in it.
What you mean?
The other channel, he's trying to go to see how it says.
Yeah, I know. Because I have to still call the
Okay.
people.
Turn it up.
Because it's not the same. The phone's not from my carrier.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it definitely doesn't have any,
So when I'm at home, there's no problem.
because it's connected to the Wi-Fi.
Right. So I might have to switch to this one for some.
No, you good.
That's good.
For the record, our channel, brother.
We live, brother. We ready.
Okay. Right behind you. Go ahead. Just keep it rolling. Horizontal.
Be patient, people that's watching, that's tuning in, just trying to get things set up. Shalom to everybody watching.
Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
And there we go.
Shalom.
What is going on?
We should go back.
Hey.
Hey,
Shalom.
Raise your cameras out.
Shit.
What? My head got my piece.
We got royalty in the house.
Yeah, welcome. Y'all here have been happy that our brother has arrived.
Exactly.
That's great.
It's Shakari. Shakari.
He's good to go. Shoot me down.
Looking for
The middle. Okay.
Could just be Esau hating on me.
Definitely a possibility.
The top.
Meanwhile, somebody can have a good
Got
chicken.
it.
Brother, quick on the drum.
And it reads.
Right. As such. Starting at the top.
John, brother.
All right. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "I will stand upon my watch and set me upon a tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved."
And what's that tower? You know, he's standing up on the high tower like the watchtower. Even the Jehovah Witness got a magazine called the Watchtower. Even though ain't nobody among them watching, we are. But that's what it's talking about. The men of the Lord is supposed to be watching and paying attention to the news. And if you're watching, you should be excited over the news that's happening in these last couple years or so. And especially in these recent 4 or 5 months, man.
Right.
Yeah,
All right, it's looking good for us and bad for Esau.
That's right.
that's
All
right.
right, and they've been exposed. Everyone is the imposters that are in our land are being put on blast by the whole fucking world.
That's right.
That's
All
right.
And by their own people. All right,
Officially saluting you all.
Con. Yeah, the water, brother.
Yeah.
There was so much going on, I forgot that we didn't even do that.
We'll do it live.
But finish that scripture, and then we'll salute in.
Okay. Wait, I finished verse
No,
1.
finish. Go ahead
Okay.
to verse 3, and then we'll salute in.
Okay. Verse 2. It says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
Call the Lord.
Yep.
And it's not tearing, it's happening. All right, so first and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
double honors into the apostles, double honors into the elder bishops. Salutations to all our fellow laborers that are out there doing this work, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. 144,000 and the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird among the heathen, that look like the heathen, the Israelite foreigners. This is not a black thing. And to the few Akwaf that are listening and learning, all right, we say sincerely, Shalom. All right, and lots of things are happening. It's a lot, open forum. While we were on the line yesterday, and I did a video on it, earlier. But while we were on the line yesterday, I opened up my phone and saw a story about a baby, a 6-month-old Edomite baby, that got devoured by its own family, by its own dog.
Yeah, I heard that
Family
story.
dog was a husky that they had for 8 years, and this 6-month-old. Somebody get that be teeth. I mean the beast.
I got it right up.
Spirits created for vengeance, Baba Bashar.
This
No,
is
so- Go ahead, brother.
This Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
Right. So in their fury, those spirits are laying on sore strokes. They're hurting their prey, their victim. And what? And what?
It says, in the time of the destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Ooh, so it's appeasing the wrath of him that made them. Somebody look up the word appease. Matter of fact, let's get a etymon dictionary definition, and then let's get it in the blue letter, if we can get it.
This is the etymology of the word appease, circa 1300, appesin, reconcile, Old French apaiser, to pacify, make peace, appease, be reconciled, placate, from the phrase pacier, to bring peace, to peace, meaning pacify one who is angry.
So while you are dying painfully, getting sore strokes, being beaten to death, being eaten, being burned, being stabbed, being shot, it's appeasing, it's making the Lord happy. See, you people think you know the Most High God, and you do not.
Was the scene out of Players Club? Do something to make me feel good.
So, well, there it is. So, look, and we're living in a time where the Lord is going to need a lot of appeasing. And a lot of you 2/3 niggas and spiggers.
Well,
A lot of you 2/3 niggas and spiggers are getting ready to receive death by pain. And it can't come fast enough. It can't. Finish it, Capo, and then bring out.
Oh, that was it, bro.
No.
I got the blue letter.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
Oh, somebody.
No, go ahead.
This is it's the par, pops. It's the par, Strong's number H3722, and it means it's a few definitions, but it's to cover over, all right, to atone for sin, and purchased by legal rights to be covered over, to placate, cancel, to disannul, cleanse, purge. So when you're going through that judgment, man, that's when your sins are being forgiven. That now you can be let go after you get hit with your judgment, man.
That's right. You know, let them finish it. Actually, Copper, you should have read 29 and 32, man.
No, no, he's
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Salakia.
Yeah, I wasn't done. I was just waiting for them to finish the
Go
definition.
ahead, brother. Salakia.
This is Ecclesiasticus 39 and 29. Fire and hell and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance.
Yeah, Salakia, brother. I'm still steaming over that incident with that spigot that I had to deal with earlier.
Man.
All right. So my mind ain't been right. I'm still angry, man. But go ahead.
Con. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions and serpents and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction.
So look, and the beauty of it is for you 2/3 niggas. The Lord said by the hand of His people Israel. All right, because YAHAWASHI got to get His glory and His vengeance first, but He's gonna give a green light to His men. So for all the offenses that you've done to the men of the Lord, all the slander coming from some of these fraudulent sellout camps, all the lies and the slander, because they can't compete with us with the understanding of the scriptures, with the edification in the scriptures. These 3,000 men camp with only 2 men, only 5 men are making videos. Because the other men aren't apt to teach. Go ahead, brother.
This is Jeremiah 15 and start with 1. Then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. And it shall come to pass that they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith Yahweh, such as for us to death, and such as are to the sword, and such as are for the famine, to the famine, and such are for captivity, to the captivity.
So the Lord is going to let some of you catch famine. You're going to starve to death, which is probably one of the worst deaths you can actually because it's a slow, agonizing death. All right, people will be afraid to burn to death, but as horrible as it is, that's a pretty fast death. All right, the sword can be pretty brutal. All right, depending on how it comes.
That's right.
All right, but that famine, that slow pine away death, watching your loved ones, your children pine away, and that's funny. So a lot of you women has used your children as leverage as a meal ticket to destroy men. And a lot of you gonna end up eating them little nigglets and spiglets.
And some of them
right?
gonna eat you.
And some of them gonna eat you. All right, because there's a whole lot of death coming at the hand of people's own family members as of lately, man. It's constantly in the news. Women killed, especially women killed in their little ones. Right? Outside of the fact that they go to the clinic, but they're killing them, after they're toddlers and stuff like that. But then you got these kids that grow up and murder their damn parents.
Yeah,
the love of many has waxed cold, truly, man. Well, a man would threaten to shoot you over some dog shit.
It was a lady that shot her 12-year-old son for pulling the USB cord out of the radio, and she was mad about it because he didn't put it back and blew him away. And then while he was dying,
Say it was a black woman.
it was a so-called black woman.
It was a black bitch.
Woman, a bitch.
It was a so-called
Well, it's
sister.
just like the one who got into the car accident. Because speaking on the story when the baby got eaten, when the Edomite baby got eaten by the husky, all right, half devoured. The other story that ran along with that was the woman who let her boyfriend, grape her 15-year-old daughter and shot her twice with a shotgun.
Right.
Shot her with clearly it was bird shot because the girl lost the eye and use of one of her arms, and they never gave her medical attention. All right, and it was for the fact that they got into a car accident, and that's how it was discovered when the authorities came and now they both being charged with murder. Those two actually. You shouldn't even waste time with the trial. They need to just send them straight to them fresh new guillotines.
Yeah.
All right.
And the nigga that's
and she was a nigga woman.
Don't forget the nigga that stuffed the baby wipes down his child's throat to keep him from crying. And then the black bitch, make sure I said, the black bitch went up there and defended him when he got sentenced.
Yeah.
And God gonna be the last. Well, the fuck, he could kill this child.
Wait, he stuffed baby wipes to stop the baby from crying.
Yeah.
That shit wicked.
He claimed
Did he not think Well, maybe he did. He just had a demon on when he was as stupid as hell.
He gonna try to say his thing is, oh, he did that and he choked on it. Well, if that's the case, you right there supposed to stop it. No, you stop that shit down his throat.
God. Hey,
You caused him to choke to death, dumbass.
Yeah, ain't no he just got the
Dumb.
thing. He did.
Oh no, I just put it in his mouth and I didn't tell him to choke.
Hey,
Shut your dumb ass. Somebody take this nigga to the cage.
See, that's why one of them one of these four sword judgments.
I got it right here for you.
Oh, verse 3. And I will watch over them four kinds, saith the Lord. So no, you can bring that one. This is a different one.
You got
I will
Ezekiel
appoint for them
14.
4 kinds, saith the Lord: the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls. And that's why they got it, because the dogs to tear. The dog ate that little baby, man. Ate it up like lunch. All right. And I will appoint over them for 4 kinds, saith the Lord: the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heavens, and the beasts of the earth to devour and to destroy. And with all these dogs, when I was doing UPS over the Christmas break, every house, if not every other house, had a fucking dog. You come over in the hood, down there, everybody got a motherfucking dog. And lately, a lot of people been letting dogs go because getting fucking afford these goddamn dogs. So these dogs be out here ripping and roaming. So right now, the city will come up and grab them up. But in that day, they're not going to be able to come and grab them up. And them dogs going to go out. It's going to be raving packs of dogs.
They're going to get together. They're going to establish an alpha.
That's right.
You know, the alpha going to be established. And then who let the dogs out? Right? And you know, you're going to have roving packs of dogs. And who do you think they're going to attack first? The old people or little people?
No, they're going to
Right?
women on their period.
They're going to, them too. They're going to attack women and small children, old people, man.
Yeah, they're gonna be
People who's slow and they can't fight back.
Yep.
Or you know, or whose fight back is you know, so weak that they just, you know, they succumb. You know?
God.
And that's a reality. That's going to happen, man. And I remember we watched a video a couple years back of that Mexican chick when them dogs was attacking her. Instead of going toward town, she went out to the field out in the middle of nowhere, and they found what was left of her.
That shit, it,
Right when them dogs started jumping up and nipping her. I think she was down in Mexico somewhere.
Bitch got by a pack of dogs.
Yeah, I remember that.
Damn, little dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, them hot dogs.
so there was a nigga who just
Damn,
get.
that was so agonizing. God damn.
It was a nigga.
Absolutely.
And this is why the prophets get the bad rap, all right? Because we come in with the message of YAHAWASHI. And all these things that we're talking about, we want them to hurry and happen.
And that's scriptural.
Yes.
This isn't coming from our own thoughts or something we just got together and decided we just gonna wish and pray wickedness on people. You people are completely and totally out of order, completely wicked. Many of you women and you men too, is completely out of order, wicked as fuck, and you deserve the punishments that are written.
Absolutely. And matter of fact, we had brought out that Habakkuk in the beginning, right? And I'm gonna go back to it in this Habakkuk 2:2. It says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. Readeth what? The vision. Now I'm going to go into this word vision, which comes from the Hebrew H2377, which is chazawan. Chazawan, which is vision, oracle, prophecy. All right, so it's the prophecy of the Most High God, because right here in Isaiah 46 and this is Isaiah 46:9. It says, remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High God, and there is none else. I am the Most High God, and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done. You see, that's prophecy right there, right? So it says, saying, my counsel shall stand. My counsel. We talking about the Most High's counsel. That counsel is the same thing as the vision. All right, the counsel is the prophecies, the vision is the prophecies, the vision is the oracles, the sayings, the will of the Creator. And it says, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Because remember, we got that appease. It appease the wrath of him who made them, right? Who made everyone, the Most High God. So it appeases his wrath. That's his pleasure, all right, to go ahead and put judgment on those who's against his will, who's against his righteousness. And you have the men of the Lord, the prophets, that are the mouthpiece of the Most High God, that are the prophets that speak the oracles, that speak the prophecies, that speak the will, that speak the message of YAHAWASHI, and the people don't like it. You got it?
Hey, like you were saying, the prophets got this message, and whether you like it or not, it's talking about all the people dying. When you read Jude, it talks about Enoch, the 70 from Adam, talking about this judgment that's going to come upon this people. It says the Lord is going to return with thousands upon thousands of his angels to do what? To execute vengeance. Right? That includes you 2/3 niggas. The Lord ain't forgot, oh Israel, thou that killeth the prophets. All right? There's 2/3 everywhere. Not only here in Babylon, you got 2/3 in Japan, you got 2/3 in Africa. You're going to get your due judgment.
Well, the 2/3 is only in America.
Okay.
You got with the Israelites scattered abroad, but the 2/3, that's what we talked about America.
Right. But the point is that hey, there is wicked Israelites all over the world that's going to get caught up in that judgment, is what the brother was saying. You see? But what you got?
I have something real quick, because if you can't get the correction from the word, the Lord has a correction called amendment, right? This is 2 Edges 16:19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. And the word amendment goes in for correction. So if you can't get the correction from the prophets, you're going to get it through torture.
Right.
You're going to get it through famine. You're going to get it through pestilence and anguish, man.
That's
Same
it.
what's Lord after death by famine.
Yep.
Yeah, that's let you know that you can't just come to the truth and be the same person. You know, the church say, come as you are. Scripture's gonna say that, because clearly right there, like the brother read, amendment. Amendment means to change. You can't be on that same bullshit, man. But I got a precept to back up to Bishop Yaki. This is Isaiah 30. And I'm gonna start at verse I'm gonna start at 9. This is a And this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not. And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. So that's what they want. They want to hear the smooth things. They don't want to hear that the Lord is going to come and bring destruction, and if you don't correct yourself, you're going to die. Because what the scriptures say, they hate him that rebuked them and gave it. The thing is, they hate the Lord for one, as the scriptures tell us.
Yeah.
But they hate the fact they have to be corrected to serve the Lord. They want to live according to their flesh. And then they hate that we say if you don't get right, you're gonna die.
Right.
Then they hit you with how you gonna judge me. Bitch, just you living wrong according to the Lord, and you mad he gonna judge you.
Right.
Just like they put Jeremiah tell them, these niggas not serving the Lord, right? This is the fucked up part. They serving the Queen of Heaven, right? Then Jeremiah say the Lord gonna come take his temple away, mess the land up. And these niggas say, Yahweh not gonna do that. Y'all don't even serve the Lord.
Right.
How you talk? Why you worry about the temple? You worship the Queen of Heaven. Why you worry about the temple now? That a nigga don't make sense, man.
They don't.
Like what the fuck?
They get mad at you correcting them. Why they smoking a swisher and eating shrimp?
Right. If I'm so wrong,
At the same time.
right?
Hey,
Eating so many shrimp.
Right. Which got all the spices on it. Sitting there holding the dish, smoking the swisher, and telling you that you can't judge them.
Right, and then they don't say we so wrong. Then why you mad at what we saying? Don't worry about it.
Right.
You gonna live, right? You ain't gotta worry about
Right.
the shrimp, the dope. That shit ain't gonna have no effect on you, right?
We tripping.
Right.
Yeah.
Why you with all this gloom and doom? Nigga, this is what the scriptures say. If you don't believe it, then you ain't got nothing to worry about, right?
The hell with it.
Hey, but we talking about gloom and doom to gloom and doom.
Oh, it's just a book. You know, they'll say, oh, it's just a book. You reading out of a book. But everything you learn is from a book.
Well,
so what the hell is you talking about? You know?
Go back to Bible on speed book.
Absolutely,
books,
everything
yes.
that they've learned is from a book.
Biblical.
Right? You learn the basic math skills, reading, writing, and arithmetic. What's the most basic form of arithmetic? Adding, subtraction, and division. Which is, and quite frankly, in most cases, is all you really need. Because unless you're, a damn engineer or work for NASA, you're never going to use trigonometry. Right.
You know, so hey, the
You're
words of
never,
God.
you're never going to use it. You know,
Nigga,
it really
nah.
has no application in life whatsoever.
What-
I was just gonna say real quick. It's funny you say that no application of life. Well, the Bible, the Word of God, that's a living document.
Exactly.
That's a living document.
And that's
man.
why the president was it Theodore Roosevelt.
Yeah.
That said that the complete understanding of the Bible is higher than any college education that you can receive, and that holds to be true.
Yep.
That holds to be true. And another thing, while we speaking on these people that are receiving judgment, and first thing I thought about, because I said it in my lesson, and when I'm looking at this picture of this baby, and then I'm looking at the picture of the mother holding the baby, and I'm like, damn, this is really effed up. But the first thing came to my mind is, what the hell did this baby do to receive this judgment?
Right.
And the people will tell me, what do you mean? It's a newborn. It didn't do anything. That's why you're wrong. All right? We all have to go before the Father. That's how it works. All right? You die, you go before the Father, you receive a judgment. You rest in the spirit world. All right? And we're going to get scriptures to cover all this.
No, I got.
You rest in the spirit world. All right? And then and not only that, you after resting in the spirit world, you come back here. You go born again as a newborn baby.
Right.
And that child did something really wicked, and I'm thinking it had to be to an Israelite to receive a judgment like that.
Right. Well, the earth is where you play out your judgment
Exactly.
that you got in the spirit world.
I got-
But Benji's still saying that. Oh, you? Oh, okay.
I got something real quick. This 2 Ezra 14:35, the back of the elder. For after death shall the judgment come.
Start at 34.
Yes, sir. 2 Ezra 14:34. Therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your own understanding and reform your hearts,
Hey.
ye shall be kept alive.
Your heart meaning your mind.
And they say reform from being carnal and rolling with your own will and understanding to roll with the will and understanding of the Most High God.
YOLO. I'm gonna get down on this crab and this shrimp, homie.
Right. You ain't
I
reformed.
only living once. No,
Right.
no, there's a payment for that, bro.
That's it.
It says, ye shall be kept alive, and after death ye shall obtain mercy. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again.
And this is my favorite scripture on the subject matter because it's beyond plain.
Yeah.
So how do you live again after death? That also proves that there's no hell. All right?
Yep.
Because according to them, hell is a forever eternity sentence. This, once you get sentenced to hell, that's for eternal. Well, the scriptures say that the hell and suffering, basically, roughly paraphrased, got thrown into the lake of fire. And so this individual, the Bible took this individual just came. So if you believe in hell, if you're being taught a hell doctrine, it's not biblical.
That's it.
That's someone that's either lying to you. It's just probably some slandering organization that cut a deal with Esau, all right? And then it's mad because they're being cornered, they're being exposed, and they're probably losing members the same way that the church did.
The church.
Because the church was real mad about the Hebrews. All right, but I promise you, it wasn't. Well, maybe it was, because the body, is like that. But they were mad about the Hebrews because of the waking up to this knowledge. The Christian churches are starting to empty out, and not only the black churches, the Edomite churches. Because when you think they burned down them Bibles, Edomites are coming to the conclusion, well, shit, this ain't our book. It really ain't for us. The gig is up. They know now.
Right. Right.
All right.
And that was that one young, well, he was a youth pastor. And then he reverted to Muslim doctrine when he went more into the Bible and was like, wait a minute, this is not for everyone. This is not for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an Israelite, And so
he saw it plain as day.
Yeah.
He started reading and studying. It's like, wait a minute. And if anyone who reads and studies the Bible, there's no way that you cannot come to that conclusion.
Exactly.
That if you're not an Israelite, the salvation is only for them when the destruction comes.
That's it.
All right? And if they're in a certain place. That place happens to be where we're at now, where our boots are on the ground.
That's right.
This is the kill zone.
Yeah.
Babylon. This is where shit is about to go down.
Hey, I got a quick one for you.
Bring it out, bro.
This is Ezekiel 9:4. It says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, talking about the Israelites, and set a mark. That Hebrew word for mark is tawah, which means exemption from judgment. So it says, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children.
See, that's why you're mad when I hear Esau, Edom, and the church and the narrative. God love everybody. Oh, God, all I got to do is repent for my sins. God know my heart. Yeah, he know what's wicked, and he said he's going to kill you.
That's right.
You all keep making God the Pillsbury Doughboy. You make the Lord just soft.
Like he a joke or goofy.
I'm okay. I know I told you no, but it's okay. I know I told you no, but it's okay. I know I told you no, but it's okay. God is not a pushover. God is not a punk bitch.
He ain't no goofy, man.
Yeah. Hey, but just like the elder was saying, how he was saying about the baby who had got, you know, whatever happened to the baby, he was like, man, what did they do when they passed, like, to receive this particular judgment now,
And
right?
that was my mindset. Now, what did they do?
Right, that's what
For
it
this
said.
child, for this, I think it was a boy, a male child.
That's the
What did
scripture.
that little bastard, and I'm like, well, damn, he clearly, he had to have offended or done something to an Israelite, and probably one of the elect to get a judgment like that. You know?
In the scriptures, it says,
Lord didn't even let him turn 1 year old.
Right. So, but it says, slain utterly, old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men.
Ooh, and the men that have that mark are gonna be more precious than any gold, any diamonds, anything you've ever seen. Right? And so all this gonna go away in that day.
Yeah, your neck really gonna roll when it's disconnected from your body, bitch. So, Elder Malcolm said something heavy about the hell doctrine. See, the putting off judgments after you die and it's just you go to heaven and hell was one of the, if not the biggest, one of the biggest tricks of the devil. All right, because it made you do what? Well, it's Hebrews 2. I'm gonna read it and then expound. Hebrews 2:14. For as much then as the children are partakers of flesh and blood, he also himself likewise took part of the same, that through death he might destroy him that had the power of death, that is the devil. All right, and how does the devil have the power of death? Well, it tells us the wages of sin is death, and then Genesis tells us there's a man on earth who is the ruler of sin. All right, that's Esau, Edom, the people of the Lord's curse. Cain reincarnated. That's his bloodline, right? And delivered them who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage. YOLO is actually a very fearful, weak spirit. All right, because you put off next lifetime, but that's a trick of the devil to make you believe this is it.
You forget for good terms.
Yeah, this is all you got. So go
And
ahead.
there's a lot of Jakes that believe that subscribe to what you just said.
Yeah, most of the people that believe it is Jake.
They all do, because if they believe and knew that judgment would come in the next lifetime, they would do better. That's the thing with King David.
Yeah, they wouldn't rap about, yo bitch.
Yeah.
It's always got to be somebody else's wife in every goddamn R&B and rap song. You know?
Yeah, King David gives the flip side to that. Psalms 27:13. I have fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of Yahweh in the land of the living. So knowing that all this, whatever you do comes and messes you on this side, in earth, when you feel pain, emotion, hell, happiness, it all affects you here. It puts a realistic perspective on what the scriptures talk about, as opposed to the mythicism that comes with, oh, you died, and then maybe this happened, maybe that happened. No, this shit happens here on earth. Where you see and you know, you feel, you know why this child is fucking retarded, or this child with the bitch on YouTube, the head in the bucket bitch. All right, you understand that? You understand why Israel don't get their blessing? Because of past lifetime. If Esau take that away, what Solomon 2nd chapter goes into it, our breath is but a life and a faith book. All right, Esau can make you believe that. Then what? Do fear of death? You like, fuck it. Let me just go live it up. And let me be subject to the flesh, to the bondage, to sin.
That's right. And Jake knew in the past, and this is evidence of it in John 9:1. This is John 9:1, and YAHAWASHI passed by, and he saw a man which was blind from his birth. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? just for him to ask that question, denotes that it was a possibility that he was coming back because of with blindness because of something he did in his prior lifetime.
See, that's the thing. Who asked that question?
The disciples.
One of the disciples.
Right? And YAHAWASHI answered, neither has this man sinned or his parents, but that the work of God should be made manifest to him. He said, now on this occasion right here, all right, I made him blind just so I can heal him. All right? But for them to ask, they knew sometimes it was a judgment of the parents that they say, oh, you want to be an asshole? Now I'm going to have this burden by jacking up your child. All right? And then sometimes, no, that child is jacked up because of something they've done in their past lifetime.
It goes to show that some had understanding.
That's right.
All right, because to have understanding, you understand, you don't get punished for the sins of your father.
That's right.
You get punished for the sins you did when you was in your past lifetime
right.
as your forefather, your great-great-grandfather, whatever.
Right.
Now you come back.
Yeah, because that's what Esau has to understand. That they always say that was our forefathers, and they don't want to, either they don't understand or don't want to acknowledge. A lot of them don't want to acknowledge because a lot of them know. All right, and you know, and ignoring the truth and making it or turning it into theory and hate. You know, you can't make actual history that took place of hangings, of rape, robbery, and murder, of the genocide of 500 million natives here in the Americas, of 100 million Negroes, slaves dying on the trip. You know, over a 400-year period, over 400-year period to the America in the hull of those ships and thrown off ships. You can't make the historical fact of that your fucking theory. It's a historical fact. All right? You know, and then, but what you do is the moment that someone, you know, brings out facts about a particular group of people, you start talking about the you know, the hollowhokes.
The hallucination.
You know, the hallucination. Right? Well, when my grandfather was in the hallucination, it's like, wait a minute, how did that even become a part of the you know, the conversation?
But also the witness against our people that called for the blood of YAHAWASHI that said, let his blood be upon us and our children. Because I'm gonna read this in Jeremiah, but this when the Lord told Jeremiah basically not to pray for these people, and it goes into it because it basically says how he was going to remember their iniquity. So by remembering their iniquity, there was going to be a judgment for it. This is Jeremiah 14:10. It says, thus saith the Lord unto this people, thus saith the Lord unto this people, thus have they loved to wander, they have not refrained their feet, therefore the Lord does not accept them. He will now remember their iniquity and visit their sins. Then said the Lord unto me, pray now for this people for their good. When they fast, I will not hear their cry.
Wow.
And when they offer burnt offering and oblation, I will not accept them. But I will consume them by the sword and by famine and by the pestilence. So that's them people that have to get visited. Just like the elder said, just like Esau, we have his history and all that. There's also the bad hombres from within our people that want to get in leagues with the other nations, that call for YAHAWASHI's blood. Okay, so they also have to pay that out. And the Lord's going to remove their you know what he said, I shall remove my peace from this people. So there's going to bring them plagues that are made for what? For amendment.
See, this is one thing that, you know, America has done to the world, man. It's made everybody soften God, made God as the Pillsbury Doughboy. Right? This is Isaiah 47:3. He says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. See, man might be nice. Man might be merciful sometimes. And you know, Esau Edom is more unmerciful than merciful.
Right, yeah, actually, man is cruel. Man is very cruel.
Right.
The Lord said, my ways are equal, your ways are not equal. He
That's
said,
right.
If you do right, you receive good. If you do wrong, you're going to receive a punishment.
That's right.
That's plain shit.
That's
Life
right.
and death before you shit.
Now you got Jake that's soft and fucking turn. Oh, they said turn the other cheek. Well, they don't understand that breakdown. All right. They've been. I was dealing with the nigglets and niggerettas the other day, and they're like, that's racist. That's racist. I would never hate the white man. And it's like they have been so soft eyes and
when he shows that he hates you every day.
And show in every single
all
way.
sorts of, they control the media. There's all sorts of crimes being done as I speak.
Man,
with Edomites doing horrific
against so-called
things
Negroes
to their own people, to our people, even into their own.
That's
and
right.
those things never make the news.
That's
but
right.
they'll go out of their way to find a story with some stupid ass Jake with a mop head and a shiesty on, knocking some old lady down and stealing her purse.
Right. So then they got Jake being all soft.
When all things fail, R. Kelly.
I was just
Right. And then they deflect and
Bill Cosby.
Right. And then show
Diddy.
Right.
And those are all things that they set up.
That's right.
BLM is a white organization with a black name. Don't get it twisted.
Yes.
BLM is a part of Antifa. All right? Those are white organizations. BLM is a white organization with a black name. All right? Point blank period.
So when the Lord said he's not gonna meet thee as a man, he's gonna meet thee as a power. If you look at nature itself, all right, do you think that the lion, it cares about how the gazelle is feeling? Why he's hunting it down?
Having a bad day.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Well, you know what? I'll come back tomorrow. Fuck I'm family and my family's.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm hungry and my family hungry.
Did I
you just
hurt?
go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? But you look at nature, it's violent, man.
I seen the fucking Komodo dragon. There was two of them. They walked up on the fucking goat. And one grabbed the head and the other grabbed the legs. And they ripped the baby came out. It was pregnant. The other one just ate the baby and he ate the mama.
Wow.
Yeah, that shit, I saw it. That shit was crazy. Them Komodo dragons, boy. And guess what?
Rough.
Hey, they'll think a lot, and they're very fast. They'll chase you. You think you run from them. They're very fast, man. And what they'll do too is they'll have a toxic bite. If they bite you, death is almost certain. They don't even have to kill you. They'll just bite you and then just follow the blood trail. Because they gonna follow you, and you depending on how strong and how healthy you are, how far you gonna get, they'll just walk. They ain't even got to walk fast.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? And when they find you laying there shaking in convulsion, they just gonna start
It's
eating.
not bacteria, I'm saying, but it's venom. That was Esau pushed that shit out there just to reconfirm that it's venom, man.
Yeah.
Those Komodos are very poisonous, like the other Malcolm said. They're poisonous.
But the point is, if God said, I'm not going to meet you as a man, we look at what nature is going on. And we see the hurricanes, you see the thunder, and you see the tsunamis, you see the earthquakes and all the natural things. Then what thing about nice do you think the Most High is?
Hey,
They're trying to call it
look, you
Mother
can
Nature.
go up to Lincoln Park Zoo tomorrow. You can go to the North Pond, especially the North
I already
Pond.
know you're going.
Yeah, you can just sit there and watch them herons, and watch them snatch up rats that come along the waterfront, the frogs, baby. They'll grab squirrels. They'll stab ducklings. You'll see them grab a little duck, toss it in there, and swallow that motherfucker. Or they'll stab it, because their beak is like a spear. So they usually use their beak to hunt with. They stab it, all right, then they toss it in the air and they swallow it. Nature is very, very cruel.
I got a
right.
piece up.
So the Lord set that up. All right. Yeah.
No, this just going into what the elders going into about the Lord and about how he gives out the judgment in the nature. And you know how he had him rip that little girl up, and how people think that the Lord is just a joke. The Lord said, I'm going to send this just because you think this shit a joke. This is Psalm 78 and 39. It said, he remembered that they were but flesh, and the wind passed away and coming not again. So the Lord have mercy, but these people think the Lord's a fucking joke. It said, how often they provoke him in the wilderness and grieve him in the heart. Yea, they turned back and tempted and limited the Holy One of Israel. So the Lord, he don't like that shit, man, when you just think he's one-dimensional, man. He gonna send an earthquake, he gonna send a famine, he gonna send the plagues. I'm gonna read it again.
Shit you ain't heard of.
Come on,
Exactly.
man.
Earth open up and swallowing your ass.
Yeah.
Exactly, because they
swallowed up. They was.
But that's the attitude of people. That's why the scriptures say that. They say that the Lord would need to do this or that.
That's it.
All right? But he said, yea, they turned their back and simply Yahawah and limited the Holy One of Israel. They remembered not his hand, nor the day when he delivered them from the enemy. So this is talking about niggers. I want to put a perspective on these niggers. It said, how he had wrought his signs in Egypt and his wonders in the fields of Zoan, and he turned their rivers to blood, like the other Uriah was saying with the elements, and their floods that they could not drink, and that's famine. He said diverse sorts of flies amongst them, which devoured them, and frogs which destroyed them, and that's pestilence and wild beasts. It says he gave also their increase to the caterpillar, and their labor unto the locust. He destroyed their vines with hail, their sycamore trees with frost. He gave up their cattle to hail and their flocks to hot thunderbolts. He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath, and trouble by sending evil angels amongst them. So the Lord, as soon as you think he a joke, he just gets to fucking you up for thinking it.
And will.
He reminds me of
Hey, Murph, I got that word.
it's serious though. The Lord, don't tempt the
Pop's
Lord,
been
man.
holding the
I just had that word limited.
and Canasula too. You still got those?
Yeah.
I didn't know they had one.
Yeah,
I just had that word limited though.
Oh, go ahead, brother.
Yeah.
For the word limited, it's the Y. It says to pain, wound, trouble, to grieve. They grieved them in the wilderness, man.
That's a joke, man.
Right, after the Lord done brought them out of Egypt, did all this. He's a nigga, like the brother said, emphasis on niggas. Because at the end of the day, fuck you niggas, man. There's going to be Revelations
And the Lord real,
3.
man.
Y'all have to bow at the feet of the elect, man.
Playing with these niggas.
Hey, that's some nigger ass shit, man. Like all the miracles that happened in Egypt, you literally saw Moses get in a chariot. He scared the fuck out of you, scared the living shit out of you, just because Moses was gone for 40 days. Let's make a calf. And you know what, Aaron, we gonna smoke you if you don't make it for us. That's these niggers, man. All these miracles, all this amazing shit happened, man. You saw your oppressor get completely dominated by YAHAWASHI, man.
Cucumbers and melons.
Cucumbers and fucking melons, man.
Yeah,
You
this
niggas
is
gotta
bad.
go, man.
This
They
why you
gotta
can't
go,
be
man.
mad when they don't believe
Fucking
on the
niggas.
line.
I have one real quick.
Go ahead.
Because that's why it says in Hebrews, it calls it an evil heart of unbelief, man. All right? Because, hey, man, if you don't believe, you go straight to the left hand or the right. You're going to do whatever imagination in your heart, man, because you don't believe. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 21. Such things they did imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness has blinded them. As for the mysteries of the Most High, they knew them not, neither hoped they for the wages of righteousness, nor discern a reward for blameless souls, man. So these niggas don't believe. They don't believe that there's a reward at the end of the finish line. They don't believe that, look, I got to go through this, I got to go through that, I got to go through it to get to it. The scriptures say through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of God, man. This ain't gonna be no fucking cakewalk, man. You don't get crowned with immortality being a nigga. You gotta be a totally different creature, man. You gotta have a completely different fucking download than the rest of these people have in the world, man.
Right, they even show you that in all these make-believe movies, trying to emulate what Copper was talking about right now. When someone is fighting to get a prize, you know, and they always give it to the most upstanding person, the person who was most honest or willing to sacrifice themselves for others, and then they get the reward. You know, it's never to the proud, you know, arrogant one. They don't get it.
Right.
They get the temporal, you know, as the beloved, my beloved brother Yak always said, this present temporal evil world, man. They get the temporal blessing, man. The God has got the Lex bubble. That ain't even a thing anymore. All right, got right, you know, right. Well, it used to be a thing. You know, the dude that got the house in the Lex bubble. You know, they got the 6 figure, even better than one that's got the 7 figures. You know, that gain is godliness, man.
Yeah.
That's the problem with a lot of these weak, fraudulent camps out here that teach a doctrine that's actually against the Bible. And they get mad when they get called on it and start with the slander. That's another thing I'm pissed about. You know, because here come the Barney camp. You know, and when they get exposed, they're getting exposed with all their lies and adultery and everything else. So now they back to the, oh, well, y'all a bunch of grapists. You know, and then they got all them big mouth hoes on the comment board. Well, we need to go to the towns where they live and make sure that they're not snatching up people's daughters. And like the Great Millstone is actually doing things like that, man.
You know what?
Sensational. And when they've already admitted, you know, that you already have the members who supposedly started that lie, already apologized for it.
Hey,
But yet you still got certain of their members pushing that shit.
but they're eating.
They apologize for telling that
They
fraud.
got the Edomite agenda. See, part of the Edomite agenda is projecting negativity and bullshit and lies. That's all the script, man.
Yeah.
They're being directed by their leadership.
That's the spirit of Esau on them.
They said they had the spirit of
He's a slanderer, a murderer.
From the beginning.
Even if
Yeah,
you guys
another-
try to assassinate the character of the elders, or what have you, man, it's the same thing you guys did in the past.
But my wife tried to accuse YAHAWASHI.
Right.
Yeah.
Chop him up in his words and stuff.
And so if we're in the seat of YAHAWASHI, of course they would come and do the same shit. And guess what? And it will work to the wicked, and it won't work to the righteous.
Hey, that's how we know we in great company, because they did the same thing to Jeremiah, man. All right, I got something real quick. This is Jeremiah 18:18, because when Jeremiah was rebuking Jake, of course they didn't like to hear it. They said, yeah, we're going to worship the Queen of Heaven. We're going to do whatever we want to do. But then they also said this is Jeremiah 18:18. Then said they, come and let us devise devices against Jeremiah. You know? Because what? Hey, they will bring up slanders, rumors, just like how they doing us. It says,
you have to remember he was young too. They ain't like that shit.
they didn't like this young man rebuking
Remember
their
how
ass.
them two wicked niggas tried to slander Susanna?
Yeah.
In the garden?
Oh, yeah.
You know, they tried to seduce her into not only having adultery, but getting tag team.
Right.
It's like, damn.
Rich.
Right, it's
Tried to
exactly.
build a bridge.
You know, it's like, damn. Not only are we trying to get you to commit adultery against your husband, but you know, you got to take this tag team.
Right.
You know, and you know, right. And so she wasn't having it, man.
Right.
She was like, well, do your worst. I'm going to trust in the Lord. I'm not going to, because she said, well, shit, if I do this thing, my punishment from the Father is going to be worse. All right, so the hell with it. You know, so she screamed out and they screamed out. And then the Lord sent Daniel to make it right, man. And asked him, separated them, asked him simple questions. And them niggas got caught up in their lives, and that's exactly what's going to happen to the Barneys.
Bring it up,
All
read.
right?
This is
Them I love you, Barney ass niggas.
That's right. This is Jeremiah 18:18. Then said they, come and let us devise devices against Jeremiah. For the law shall not perish from the priest, nor counsel from the wise, nor a word from the prophet. Because that's what these niggas say. You know, hey, we got our own men of the Lord. We got our own teachers. We don't need to listen to these little niggas. That's what you niggas say now against the men of the Great Millstone. We got Purple City Bird Gang. We got the Biker Boys. You know what I mean? We got Absalom. We don't need to listen to you niggas. It says, come.
They got them all,
I
don't
was
they?
listening to that Bird Gang earlier. On that shit. That Purple City tape.
Purple City Bird Gang. It says, come and let us smite him with the tongue, and let us not give heed to any of his words. So they would make lies up against the men of the Lord. They made lies up against Jeremiah, man. Just like you niggas doing now. It says, give heed to me, O Yahweh, and hearken to the voice of them that contend with me. Shall evil be recompensed for good? For they have digged a pit for my soul. Remember that I stood before thee to speak good for them, and turn away thy wrath from them. Therefore deliver up their children to the famine, pour out their blood by force of the sword, let their wives be bereaved of their children, and be widows, and let their men be put to death, let their young men be slain by the sword in battle, man. All right? Because here we are, we trying to do good for you. We trying to give you the word of salvation. And what do you want to do? Shit on us?
Yep.
Persecute us? Slander us? Some of y'all be trying to put hands on us. You fail miserably every time.
Bring it out, read.
Some of y'all want to kill us. You know? Because what? We trying to turn you away from your wickedness, that the Heavenly Father may have grace and mercy on you, man.
Right.
Well,
Well,
fuck you niggas.
like the scripture says, light has come. This is the condemnation that light has come into the world, but men love darkness rather than light because their deeds are evil, and they don't want to change their deeds, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing. And when we tell them,
But there's
hey,
some, I guess that the other man's kitty is just sweeter than your own.
man,
It's crazy.
He
Just a little, that flower just a little bit sweeter than the one I got.
Crazy.
But you know how people they
Gotta have yours.
Right.
What was that song? Gotta get mine. Gotta get yours.
Yeah,
You know.
It's covetousness.
yeah.
You know.
Talking about they like sloppy seconds and shit.
What you got tonight?
Oh
Uh,
wow, that's disgusting.
This is Matthew chapter 12, verse 36. For I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give an account thereof in the day of judgment. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned.
That's it.
All right, man. They gotta pay for everything they say, man. The slanders and all, man. And we see it all the time. And even when people say things behind our back, going down the street or wherever, man, they gotta pay for that.
That's it.
Then I got another one. This Ecclesiastes 3:16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness that iniquity was there, man. All right, so this is the place of wickedness, and where the place of judgment is going to happen, man. So they're going to pay here, man, for everything they've done.
That's right, and we're looking forward to. We can't wait.
Bring it up.
When you was in Jeremiah 18, did you read all the way to 23?
No, sir.
Yeah, you should have took it all the way to 23 because you stopped at 21.
21.
Yeah,
21.
no, yeah, 22,
Okay.
23 Bible shot.
This is,
Matter of fact, just read it all again.
This is
And get a
Jeremiah.
context. Just start it again.
Okay.
Context.
This
Give
is
them, bring up some more of it.
Some more of it. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 18, verse 18. Then they said, "Come and let us devise devices against Jeremiah."
And that's what they're doing now. They're you know, creating these devices, this line, and Esau's in on it, and these other camps are in on it as well, man. Especially the ones who give. Look, all we did was went into the Bible and brought out the fact. All right, the fact that the Bible clearly says that when a woman a girl is a woman when she's reached the flower of her age. Point blank period.
That's it.
Whether that be at 14 or if it be at 12. All right, and that was an ancient world custom. We in no way told anybody that they should be doing that now. We just explained that was in the Bible and that's the way it was in ancient society, and not just the Hebrew Israelite society, but damn near all societies.
Yeah.
The Africans were the same way. The other Hebrew nations were the same way. All right, and I'm pretty sure the Edomites were the same way.
Yeah.
All right, because they too are Hebrews. Okay. Now that's all we did. Then we pointed out the fact that if a man was to take a woman and she didn't cry out, all right, and she was betrothed or belonged to another man, that was adultery and that they should both get put to death. That's it. We also brought out the fact that if a woman lies with a man, all right, or if the man forces the woman and the woman does cry out, she's telling him, don't do this thing, I belong to another man, I'm betrothed to another man, you do that anyway, then only the man gets put to death.
Like murder.
All right? As simple as that. And if it happens to a woman and she's not betrothed and she's not promised, then the man still has to pay the dowry to the father, to that family. And then he's stuck with that. Well, he may not even like her. Yeah. After he hit, 3 weeks, a month later, he's like, damn, I chose. But he's stuck with her now. All right? It's like, no, man, you took the candy. All right, now you gotta take care of her whole life.
That's it. Right,
and she won't shut up. You stuck with her now.
Right.
Right.
Because it kept our women from being whores. Now,
Exactly.
like now, you women take pride in being whores. You have slut walks. All right, you have pride in having used coochie. Then you will never have true happiness.
And then have a nerve to have demands.
Right. And that's why you are exactly, Malcolm. The fuck. And that's why you bitches, you so free right now, right? You finally got free of the patriarchy. You can do what the hell you want to do. Then why are you motherfuckers on antidepressants higher than ever now?
Right.
All right. Why is arranged marriages? Why are they statistically both parties involved? The marriages last longer. All right, and both parties are happier.
Yes.
All right. Why is that? Because that's how things were meant to be. Now you out here going from dick, this dick. Right. Well, as the saying goes, you sucking every time, every dick. All right. And now you ain't depressed. All right? That shit kept you from that, man. All right, you had a man, you had a husband, even though he did what he did. Guess what? you stayed with them because that was the custom. The custom wasn't, we're not saying, oh, go ahead and just rape a bitch. No, that wasn't what we did. Arranged marriage was the number one way we dealt with in Israel. And then you have, it's in Exodus, I believe, the 21st chapter, that goes to when you back a bitch down. All right? And then you have, entice. And then you have the Deuteronomy example. It's 3 different ways it happens, man. It's that simple. It wasn't just, that's what we did, we're just going to snatch a bitch up. No. It happens in society, though. And this is how you have to deal with it according to the law, man.
That's right, bro.
It's that simple. The law of Moses tells you, if this arises in your society, this is how you deal with it. It's how you have a peaceful society. All right, don't murder one another. Don't steal from one another. Don't covet your neighbor's shit. All right, don't commit adultery. If you see a homeless man taking the edge, for one, don't trim the edge of your vineyard. Leave it for the homeless. All right, Power talks about if a homeless man steal from you to eat. Don't be too upset over it. And then in case of grapes do happen, it's how you handle these 3 different situations.
Exactly.
I can explain, man.
And that's all we did, and it caused this big uproar of you effeminate, soft, bitch ass people. The purple and the purple people lost their mind. Matter of fact, these guys have fell off the truth over that, left the camp. Yeah. But you know what? The Lord didn't want them anyway.
My mama didn't like you, y'all red, brother.
Right.
Little bitch.
And you know what's
nigga.
One of the top sexual fetishes of women is rape, man.
And that's been scientifically proven according to their own science.
Every woman wants to
had a lot of
say choke me.
You'd have had female psychiatrists bring that information up.
Yeah, it's a trend even today. What they had little interviews, and a dude will put his hand around a bitch's neck, and a bitch of milk. Yeah, it's trending. It's trending
in the club every time.
That shit's simple, man. Every bitch want to be manhandled, man. Every bitch. That's why it's called Pound Town. What the fuck you talking about?
Pound Town.
You and that bitch humping like a damn rabbit. No bitch want that.
Oh,
You and that humping like a rabbit. What's wrong with you, man?
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, and then the fine you had to pay for taking it. The fine was that was not cheap, bro.
It's about $1,500.
Yeah.
If you look at the what was it? Something shekels? No, 50 no. If you look at the 50 shekels silver, I'm talking about the modern day times. 50 shekels of silver, and you do it. It'll be around $1,500, $2,000 or something.
Trust me.
Well, I mean, you want to go look at it on a modern day time coin to what it is worth today.
What he's saying is what it's worth today. It's gonna be a lot higher than 15.
50 grand.
It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot higher.
30 to 50.
That is what kept you from doing it.
Right.
Because if you couldn't afford it, that was your ass.
That's true. You have to be able to afford it.
You have to be able to afford it. And a nigga that can afford to do it wouldn't have to do it. That was a part of the fucking punishment.
Let's look that good.
Yeah, now you got to go into you gotta go and become what do they call it? A debt slave.
Right.
Because you gotta pay off this debt now.
Right.
Right. So you took a piece of kitty, and 10 years later you still working on this guy's farm,
And you don't even like the bitch.
and you don't even like her.
Now you stuck with it. That was that law that kept you from doing that, man.
Yeah.
Like man, you people, they don't read, man. They don't research things.
And then they get mad when the messengers bring out the truth, right? And you know what it was? What it came down to is all these women-friendly camps that are trying to women please, and keep women in their church so that they can get money. They know women spend money and get money.
Yep.
So and that mainly the Purple Gang and also the Legion of Doom. Them black motorcycle wearing. Black glasses, everything black, combat boot wearing, spike.
The Harlem Heat.
Right, looking like the Road Warriors and Legion of Doom.
They serve the nigga God.
Demolition. Yeah, the ones that serve the nigga God. Right, the ones that serve the nigga God, smoke weed and sodomize their wives in the butt. Them guys. We don't need to mention their names. All right. Yeah, those guys, man.
Oh, they say the mark of the beast sleeping with the white woman too.
Wow.
I'm guilty.
You know the murder would have been small.
Yeah, so where's that?
Where's
Where's that in the scriptures, man?
That's folly.
All right, when not that I'm desiring just to run out and get me a whole bunch of Edomites, although I don't have an issue with Edomite women. The reason I don't is because it's my God-given right.
Read on.
As a man of the Lord, man, the Lord said that the heathen belong unto us. And what real man man, in a warrior state of mind, in a godly state of mind, don't want to be dominant over his enemy's women.
Let's go.
Especially after they did it to us. The Bible says that everything they did to us has to be done unto them double. So everything that they did to us, it has to be done unto them double. That is righteous. That is judgment. All right, that's what true. What's that chick named Grace, whatever it is, always talking about? She wants justice. No, that chick that be on the TV, the blonde chick.
Nancy Grace.
Nancy Grace.
Man,
always mad about this and mad about she wants justice.
I want
you don't want justice.
Yeah,
you want justice. If you want justice, give your house back, close your bank account, all of that, man. Get back the land that you bought because you bought land that was stolen, man. All right.
You see, they gave that girl. Well, I'm gonna read this.
Read it, brother.
This is second. Going back to what the elders saying about these other selective camps and this BS. You know, this is 2 Peter 2:1. It said, but there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privately shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. And many shall follow their pernicious ways. So I'm not surprised that you believe these idiots, because we already read it. But it says, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. So they get down on a great doctrine, or they get around on us getting down on these so-called these nigger women. But this is because it's the truth. That's why they all have so much shit to say about it. That's why it's controversial. That's why none of them have to agree with each other, but they can agree with each other to come with us, because they don't even believe what they say they believe. They're idolaters.
I got a precept.
Fuck them niggas. Go ahead.
This is Job 4:7, and I'm gonna read to 9. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent, or what the righteous cut off, and they get upset when we say children go get put to death, and they try to act like they innocent, but they're not. Verse 8, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. So they gotta pay for whatever you reap. You reap what you sow.
Right.
You sowing wickedness, you gotta pay for your judgment with that.
So if you slandering brothers just to get views, just to keep, trying to keep women in your church, man. Look, the Lord promised. Look, the Lord told you. Somebody get real quick. Isaiah 4:1, man.
Yes,
right. The number of completion. All right, and get Matthew 19. Okay, because be patient and wait, man. You ain't got to have all the holes on this side. Right? You ain't got to have, all you the cars, the clothes, the hose guys. That's not what's up. What's up is pleasing the Lord, man. The Lord gonna give you women and wives. Women are gonna be different. The Spirit of the Lord is going to move on you. They're not going to be envious toward each other, and they're going to desire you, man. All you brothers, man. Your women are going to come from the women that are watching you.
Bring it up.
You don't have to sit up and go on the thing and slide left and right. None of that shit. You're doing that, you wasting your time. You're just going to end up with drama. All right. The Lord is going to bring you and give you your women, man. Wait for it.
Can I finish this?
And that's a message to all the brothers. Wait for it, man. You ain't got to deal with all them headaches. No woman is going to be right on this side. They're not. They're really not, man, because their womanly instincts and their Western instincts are going to eventually kick in. All right, and it's just the truth of the fact, man. So just be patient and wait. We so close, brothers. We so close. It's here. All right.
Can I finish this last?
Then we're gonna give you good women, man. Clean girls. All right.
I can finish.
Go ahead, brother. Slack it.
This is Job 4:9. By the blast of the Most High Power God, they perish, and by the breath of His nostrils are they consumed. So the Lord is going to destroy you with a hardcore judgment. So you're going to get death by pain, and you're going to get consumed by the fire, man. So the Lord is about to bring a famine out here, the sword, all that, then eventually burn all you niggas, man. And even you niggas that died are going to come back and get burnt.
And the Lord, and the stock of the men of the Lord is going to go through the roof. Right? See, so for you sisters that are watching, that is sincere and serious, man. All right? Keep it together. and keep waiting, because you know these men in this room with me and the men that do this work are going to be invaluable.
That's
Bring it
right.
out.
Right? They're going to be invaluable, man. And so you that and their stock is going to go way up, and it ain't no 7-figure you know, and big body Lexus big body Beamer going to be able to compare to these men.
That's right.
All right.
I got Isaiah 4, but before I get it, I have Isaiah 13 to hand in hand with it. It says, Isaiah 13 and 12, I will make a man more precious. Absolutely. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. And I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. So
Before you go to that, before you finish it, somebody get 2 Ezra 16 and 73. All right, get 16 and 73, because we get down to the crunch time, man. And we're about to find out. We're gonna find out who the true men of the Lord are, man.
That's right.
You know, and then, you know how we have the different tests that we would take, that we used to take all them tests, right? And you know, and I never failed any of those tests. I always passed them, right? Why? Because I studied to show myself approved, just as all these brothers here did, man. All right.
That's right.
And so we're being tested by the Lord, and I promise you that the majority of the Barney gang, and I probably almost all the motorcycle prophets, you know, the leather jacket wearing black, you know, black leather boots, right? Them dudes, yeah. And then them dudes who have the name, and them dudes who have the name of the group that went around going against the Lord, stabbing people up back in the day. All right, those guys that did not do the work of the Lord in the ancient world. Why you want to wear that name? Right?
Stupid.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. All right.
Who the true gangsters?
Yeah.
Israelites.
Little Larry.
You know, we gonna find out who the true men of the Lord are. All right, and very, very soon. But go ahead and get them.
Yes, sir. This is 2 Esdras chapter 16, verse 73. It says, "Then shall they be known, who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire." And they're going to come out shining. And it's all through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. That's right. Because that's his will, man. That's why it says, give diligence to make your call and election sure.
That's
and
right.
put on, therefore, as the elect.
Hey, I was gonna say over Yacht, because in that verse above it, it says, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. So the world's perception of a high value man, is he still that when he loses everything?
That's right.
See, we here in the Great Millstone, we used to losing everything.
We already
That's right.
we lost everything for
We
how much?
lost everything already.
Matter of fact, gave it up.
Willingly.
But the scripture says there is he that maketh himself rich, yet he is poor. And there is he that maketh himself poor, yet he is rich.
Hey, I walked away from what I loved.
Let's go.
To do this.
That's right.
Let's go.
You know?
Hey,
and I'm not gonna sit up and toot my horn, man. But I was up there,
man, I'm
and I'm connected to
some
some very high level people, man. I was in that shit.
shit.
Jamie Dimon.
I'm
I
telling
don't
you.
know one nigga that had dinner with Jamie Dimon.
No, what you mean trained Jamie Dimon? Was in a room with him and his wife and counseling them and talking to them at the table.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Fuck out of here.
Hey, y'all can Google who that is, man.
And if you don't know, you know now.
Nigga,
If you
hey,
do
man,
it.
hey, Jake gave it up, man. See, a lot of these niggas, man, when they lose everything, a lot of them, they can't take it,
And
man.
we got brothers that walked away from the NFL, man.
Come on.
They refuse to stop teaching this word. You know, in the locker rooms in the NFL, man, having all-out debates and wars, man.
That's the reason why vocab came up.
So the Lord, so the Lord, you know, is walking away from that, man. Hey, you know, I could have had a really good. I could have been. Not only could I have been a fighter, I was an excellent coach, man. All right. So to hell with all that, man. This is what's important to me.
That's right.
All right. These men, man.
And you know, when you say that, it make me think about the great dentists in Dallas. It make me think about the great boxers all over. Man, I can see it. Matter of fact, as a great orator in this room right now. I'm telling you right now, there's people who turn down hundreds of thousands of dollars, okay, to millions of dollars. for YAHAWASHI, and guess what? If you ask them, they'll do it again. All right? Because fuck, they say, what is it there to gain the whole world and to lose your own soul? Yeah. Let me read the rest of the scripture. It says, Isaiah 13:12. I will make a man more precious than a fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Now, and I ask this every time I hit this scripture: who in this room has held a full bar of gold, like a real bar of gold? And every time I answer, okay, it's minimum to none. All right. And if it was just like, oh, were you able to keep it? No. You know what I'm saying? And so it was like, then the Lord said that's gonna be that man. A man is, and right now, a man right now, fuck a nigga man. Fuck a man. I don't need no motherfucking man. All right? And that day, keep that energy. Keep that same motherfucking energy. I pray that anybody who don't need me now, you don't want me later. And I'm gonna say, oh, you didn't need me? No. But I gave you me. Yeah, I wasn't gonna know. Hey, you stupid son of a bitch.
I was gonna say shit. Goldman Sachs, they said AI is getting ready to take 300 million jobs within the next 5 years.
It's happening already, man.
It's happening already.
So a lot of these CEOs, all right, are about to lose their jobs, man. Why do you think they're all buying bunkers and shit? They know shit is about to happen.
They have the first AI CEO too. Right? So this is Isaiah the 4th chapter and the 1st verse. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, and for the record, the word 7 is shabai, which means a complete number. So it could be 1,000, it could be 5, it could be 100, it could be whatever that number is for you.
That's right.
All right?
And whatever the Lord has allotted for you.
That's right. Shall take hold of one man.
Because there's no way, and I'm going to assume it's always going to be a high number, because the scriptures clearly says that the one little one shall become 1,000.
That's right.
So there's no way. So even with 5 wives, it's going to be hard for you to make 1,000 children.
I wish I said 100-fold. So at least all the men that's doing the work at least got 100.
At least.
I got that on that too.
Bare minimum. So it says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Baby, don't worry about you don't gotta worry about cleaning, you don't gotta worry about cooking, you don't gotta worry about my clothes, baby. Don't worry about none of that for me, baby. All right. Only let us.
Put it in modern times, basically say if society was going like this, the bitches be saying, I'm gonna pay for everything.
Yes. Yes.
These bitches mad about 50-50, just talking about the women.
I got the clothes. I'm cooking. I got it covered.
Hey, I explained that to a bitch, and she said, she scoffed it too. She said, let's talk about me bringing my own shit. I don't want that. She literally said that. She literally said that. She got it. She understood it.
You read it to her. She understood it.
Yeah, she understood it. She was like, that mean me bringing my own shit to the table. Oh, I ain't doing that shit for no man. This is exactly what she said on her mouth.
So we already
black bitch.
She was a black woman.
A black bitch.
Black bitch.
Well, now it's gonna be other bitches joining too. But I promise you this: when that day comes, when she out there, and when she everybody else's girlfriend, she ain't gonna have. See, that's the difference. Now, because she could have been one of many wives. Now she's gonna be, everybody's woman. And they all taking their turn with
a wife for many.
So it's going to be the opposite for them. That's a promise.
And wear our own apparel, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And the only way a woman can get a man's name is through procreation, through sex, through what they so-called white men call marriage.
Sex.
Right? In order for a woman, for an Israelite woman to have the name of an Israelite man, she must be in sexual relationships with them.
Yeah, the way they consummate a marriage is through sex. That's the way it gets consummated.
All over the planet. Hey, I don't care what race you at, whatever culture at. Once you consummate it, they all say, you fucked? That's marriage.
That's right. Because you can annul it. You can annul it on the basis that
that's right.
I said we never had sex.
Oh, they told you that on Vikings, and that nigga Rolo said, "Nah, I'm going to get my bitch." He said, you ain't did the bench, and he said, we can annul it. That nigga told you, you fucking move. Get that bitch, bro. He went, remember? But they brought out the law, but that's how you know that was the wicked niggas. Back in the he brought, but we gonna do it. It's like, if you don't get the fuck out of my way. But they showed you what consummated. Going back to what the elder
And
said.
sex
Hey, you know
talk.
what? Hey, yeah,
Sex.
right. Remember, King David went and got his female.
Yeah, he definitely went and got her.
Yeah, she was promised to him
Yeah.
before she got married to this other man. So
That nigga was crying.
her marriage to that other man was disannulled.
Preach, that's my what?
All right. So as soon as he got on,
Yeah.
he was like, okay. So he went and got it.
Yep, that's right.
He's like, no, homie, you got that. That ain't yours. That's mine.
He had to think
Matter of
about
fact, I
that.
should have put you to the sword for you touching it. All right.
Abner told that nigga walk the other way, man.
Yeah.
Man, that's how Abner was
Right.
real. Abner fucked with Abner.
He was like, look, bro, hey, bro, don't try to fight over it. Let her go. She ain't yours. You need to walk the other way, homie.
And you know he was wicked. He felt he got over on David when he first got it. Like he knew that nigga wasn't real. He was talking shit. You know he was talking shit. This is Psalms.
Yes.
Proverbs.
Jamie
real
Diamond from
quick.
Chase.
Right.
This is Proverbs 13:7. It says, "There's a man that make himself rich yet have nothing.
Yes.
There's a man that make himself poor yet have great riches." And it's true. You know, I always said, if all you have money, you have nothing. If all you have is the truth, you have everything. I don't need a passport. I got on the red line to get mine.
Now what YAHAWASHI have to deal with in his ministry? He'll say, "Go thy way." He says, "Come and follow after me." Oh well, let me. I gotta go bury my dad real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wait a minute, hold on. I just got married. I gotta go, deal with the woman real quick. I just bought a field.
Kill my
God damn it.
farm.
Let me go get field. He said, "Let the dead bury the dead, man." All right. Go ahead, bro.
Imagine worrying about a fucking field.
Hey,
Come on,
Salaki,
man.
that's how you know.
That's Jake. That's
Generational.
Jake.
That's Jake. That's the Islam niggas. That generational wealth.
Some
That's
African
them
pan
19
niggas.
Yeah, them some 19 keys niggas. Let me go get the stone. Let me go build some. That's them.
Yeah.
You can't read the Bible and say this ain't the same niggas regurgitating.
Uber.
That's Ubas. Yeah.
African. Fuck out of here.
Peter and his brother, YAHAWASHI came. He said, "Hey, I'll make you fishermen of men." They said, "Straightway." Hey, think about it. They ain't contemplated like, damn, man, I gotta do all this inventory for this nigga on one end. No, they just went and did what they had to do,
You
man.
gotta understand how wealthy fishermen are, man. And look, one salmon, a salmon from, I think it was from Boston, the ocean, from Boston, whatever, Northeast, whatever city was in, sold for 4.4 million. This is one fucking fish.
God damn.
Fishermen get paid.
They gone 6 months out of a year because you got catching season. Whatever they make, gotta get them through that whole fucking year. So that shit ain't chump change.
True. That shit, bro. What is that?
Yeah, it's a dangerous. The sea has claimed the many fishermen, man.
Yeah.
All right, a lot of fishermen boats get caught in it. We all saw it. If you didn't see the movie The Perfect Storm, I highly suggest you watch it. All right, and that was a true story, and that storm, and the Lord had it out just for them.
Deadliest catch.
Clearly, none of them supposed to make it home.
Shit.
All right, and
She was standing on her porch for a long time.
yeah, and he tried to ride the waves and play the tough guy, but you can't, 200-foot swells, man. That's a. It's like a mountains of water just rolling. Big ass hills just rolling, man.
Hey, now that you brought that point up, so when the 12 was on the ship, and just to see YAHAWASHI, walk on water like that's a scary sight, man.
Yeah.
Them waves being that tall.
The sea is frightening, man. If you've ever been in the sea and been in deep waters, I have. And the sea is very frightening. I saw a 20-foot great white reach the sharks reach the water like a damn, like whales do. I didn't even know they did that. All right, and I was on San Nicolas Island. All right, I was walking down San Nicolas Island, man, and I walked up on that was a book, that was a story that's crazy because I heard that book, Salaki and the God, but I heard that story when I was like in the 3rd or 4th grade about the island of the Blue Dolphin, and had no idea that one day I would actually be on that fucking island because San Nicolas Island was the island of the Blue Dolphin. All right, and where all that took place, where they removed the native tribe, because the island sits about 70 miles offshore of California, and there was Gadites living on that island, and that's a whole nother story. But nevertheless, I was walking down that beach, and I saw like a sea lion, like a damn, almost 6 foot long sea lion, and it had a chunk missing out of it about the size of I would say 3 large watermelons.
Damn.
Right out of his midsection. You can clearly see that a shark bit it damn near in two. It just kept going. Didn't even eat it. Just took the bite and kept swimming. And the sea lion washed up on the shore with a blood trail going back into the water. And I'm like, what the fuck? All right, and in that same water, probably about 5 or 6 minutes after I saw that sea lion, so that means that it just happened.
Right.
I saw that shark pop up out the water and slam back into the ocean, man. I had never seen that before. All right, so the Lord got creatures out here. You're right. The sea is powerful. It's scary, and there's nothing to play with. They had a image at the port, back at the port, of 2 men 6 foot tall standing next to a shark with an open mouth as big as that doorway. All right, both those men were on both sides of that shark. All right, and his mouth was. They were both 6 foot tall, and his mouth was bigger than them. All right, so that's creatures. All right, so those be those spirits created for vengeance and teeth to tear. It is a horrible thing, a frightening thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man.
Yeah.
You being out on the sea and them damn waves is taller than your fucking house. You know, and then you get in the water and you gotta meet that thing.
And just to put it in perspective,
Cold.
this is from Google that research. 5%. I asked the question: how much of the seas and oceans have been explored by man? They said 5%. And in fact, most of the waters remain unexplored, uncharted, and unseen by our eyes.
That's bullshit. You can't even say 5% because you don't know how big the rest of it is to say 5%. So it's less than that.
So it's less than that, right? And it might be shocking to
Esau
find out.
gotta give you a number,
But
he
only
gotta throw a theory out there.
That's right. But only 5% of the oceans have been explored and charted by humans. The rest, especially its depths, are still unknown. And the ones that they tell you that the accounts for people who went as far as they can go down with the submarines, they seen creatures in sizes of creatures that were larger and that was otherworldly that they couldn't even explain. One was so bad they said they went to a cave and they went to another opening and they looked in the opening, shine the light, and the one thing was an eyeball the size of the opening, and they said they got the fuck up out of there. The Leviathan, I'm telling you.
Imagine you shine a light on something that's
big as your craft,
30 times the size of your craft, and the eyeball look back at you. Run, you know.
And that's what they did.
It was like full reverse, full engines reverse. Hey.
Please, Lord, please.
This is Psalms 107:23. They that go down to the sea in ships that do business in great waters, these see the works of Yahawah and his wonders in the deep. So we ain't even seen a spark of the Lord's creation.
It says why is 95% of the oceans unexplored? Conditions in the deep sea environment include very high pressures, total darkness, extreme temperatures, and toxic chemicals. It said we can't do it. We can't do it, boss.
Yeah, right? And don't forget about the story that when they put that RFID tracker in that 12 foot long female shark.
Yeah.
And something grabbed her and took her to depths where sharks cannot and do not swim. And the body temperature changed, and then it washed up on shore. 4 or 5 days later, she had been eaten. She got swallowed. It didn't even chew her. Right, that shark got swallowed.
Hey, I got a quick one.
Go ahead, bring it out, brother.
Back on the brother Capo.
What's gonna big enough to swallow a 12 foot, 1,200 pound, 12 foot long female shark?
And that's why
what could just swallow? Don't even chew it. Just swallow it.
So this is Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 42 verse 22. Oh, how desirable are all his works, and that a man may see even to a spark.
Yeah, man. It's proof of this bullshit ideology that they try to say the earth is flat, but you can't even fucking discover the goddamn sea. So how the fuck you gonna say the earth flat? This bullshit you saying was not true at all. We understand the earth is a sphere,
But it just shows you came and discovered everything that the Lord created.
Flat, it would be daylight across the whole earth at the same time.
Exactly.
It would be night across the whole earth at the same time. And all I know is that when I was in Japan all them years ago, when I would call my mother in the daytime, it was night here, and vice versa. So that alone, all right. If it was flat, the sun would be up. There would be no need. The sun that sits over the whole earth. We'd all be on the same time. It's just retardation and stupidity of people, man. All right.
Stay away from those guys.
Trying to be deep and shit.
Trying to be exactly. Right. Trying to get followers or whatever, man.
You got a whole community of this shit, which is
and want to argue with you. And every time I ask that question, it's silence. Nobody's answered it yet. I said, well, then if that be the case, then look, this is fact. All I know is that I'm talking to my mother, and it's nighttime where she is, when it was daytime where I was. I was on the other side of the earth. All right? And then it don't make sense if you got a flat plane. How's it gonna be dark over here and light over here, and it's flat and the light's over it, shining down on it? It's fucking retardation, man. All right, shut your dumb ass up, looking at it. All right, bring it out, brother.
This is Romans chapter 11, verse 33. It says, "O depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and the knowledge of the Most High, how unsearchable are His judgments, let's go, and His ways past finding out." So yeah, it's even more. There's certain things. But it says we only see to a glimmer. That's even if the Lord reveals it unto you, man. Hey, Esau ain't found out. He's finding out that he's really truly a dumbass.
And he is, and he's also found out that he's evil. Many of them know that, and they're angry about it. Especially the imposters that claim to be us. Right. All right. That is outside of the talk. The whole world is talking about the Israelites. The Israelites are trending. But another topic that the world is talking about is about the people in the land of Israel are imposters and not the people of the Lord. That's a trending topic that's not going away, and it's being talked about from their own people. Hey, so we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. You guys got some closing scriptures?
I got one.
Bring it out, brother.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 19, verse 27. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me.
Damn, that was a perfect scripture to close on, man. Hey, so with that, we're going to give all praises, all honor and glory unto
Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Abad Babal.
Abad Babal.
Turn those machines back
When
on.
somebody just said that the world was flat, man.
Sail, Wilson. Sail.